We're back with some more updates for Madden 23. And before we get into the update, we're going to talk about when you can expect the next big title update that is quote unquote supposed to save the game. This is really the biggest update of the year for them to fix all of the bugs and all of the massive issues within the game modes that are going on right now, as well as some gameplay stuff. Now, in a previous video, which I will link below, I kind of go over all the stuff that they're looking to address in the next big massive update for the game. It's stuff about the game modes and the gameplay, but we kind of have a little bit more of a concrete idea of when this update is going to actually drop. I've been hearing October 17th, so that's 10 days from now. I believe that would be not this Monday coming, but the next Monday. It could potentially come out next week, maybe towards the end of the week, but from what I've heard, it sounds like October 17th is the date. Now, that kind of seems like a long ways away when you consider how broken the game has been pretty much since it released. Gameplay has a few of its issues, but really mostly it's the game modes. Franchise mode's been completely broken. Ultimate Team continues to have more issues. Even today, they released a new promo to surprise another issue. They did get it cleaned up rather quickly this time, but still the fact that they keep launching new things with issues every time is kind of just becoming unbelievable at this point that they could mess up this much. Now, in terms of the next big title update, it's likely already been submitted. The thing with these big updates or these big game patches is that they can't just push them out right away. Sometimes when there's certain issues server related, they can make a fix, or if it's a server related issue in Ultimate Team, like in the store or a program having a glitch, those things they can kind of go in and they can fix right away because it doesn't involve them actually changing any of the coding of the game. But when it's a big overall game update or a big patch, that stuff has to be submitted to Sony and Microsoft for approval, and that approval process can take usually like 2 weeks, sometimes even longer. So the update that is coming in October is likely already submitted. It's probably been submitted for a few days at least, and it's probably targeted for October 17th because that's about the time frame window where both Sony and Microsoft will give it the okay, because sometimes one side will give it the okay, like let's say Sony says yes, it's good to go, but on Xbox it's not good to go yet. Microsoft hasn't cleared it. They wait for both to be cleared before they push that through. So that's probably at this point what we're waiting on is just the approval from Sony and Microsoft. But October 17th does sound like it's the big day we're looking forward to, and if you don't want to miss that, just make sure you're subscribed with the bell icon on so you know everything that's changing, everything that's fixed, and then of course we'll dive deep into it and see what actually was fixed and what actually wasn't. Now, for today, we have our weekly roster update for Madden 23, and this is another pretty big one. The last couple they've put out have been pretty big. They're moving a lot of players around, and I know a lot of you love to see your favorite players going up. You hate to see your favorite players going down. So today, we're going to dive into who's changing this time around. We'll spotlight the first few players that are going up into the 90s and above, and then we'll just go over the entire list of the most notable names for going up and going down. Starting with Patrick Mahomes going up +1 to a 97 overall. He's back on the upswing. He had dropped down to like a 95 at the end of last year, and that's how he started this year, but he's been back on a tear even without Tyreek Hill, and now he's inching back up to that 99 overall club again, which at this point, it looks like he'll get that before the end of the year. Nick Bosa's getting close to that territory as well, going up +1 to a 95 overall. I believe this is the highest he's ever been, and he's just been going crazy this year. Ton of QB pressures, had a few sacks last week on Monday night, I believe, and he's just been in the backfield all the time. Derwin James is going up +1 to a 94 overall. I believe he's tied for the highest safety in the game along with Tyrann Mathieu, and this is another guy that, hey, before the end of the year, he could be close to that 99 club if he keeps playing the way he is. Jordan Poyer's going up +1 to a 91 overall for the Bills. He's having another great year. We also have Justin Tucker going up +1 to a 91 overall. You don't usually see kickers go up too much, especially when they're as high as Justin Tucker is. Usually they just kind of stay in the high 80s or low 90s, but Justin Tucker continuing to go up. And we've got Bobby Wagner going up +1 to a 90 overall, but the biggest play he made all week was on the fan that ran onto the field, gave him the hit stick and put him down to the turf. I mean, you got to put him up +1 after that. How could you not? Continuing on here, we've got AJ Brown going up +1 to a 89 overall. We've got Joe Thuney also going up +1 to a 89, and TJ Hawkinson had an amazing week. He's also +1 to a 89. We've got Saquon Barkley, who's been back tearing it up this year. He's going up yet again +1 to a 88 overall. We've got Brian Burns going up +1 to a 87. 87. We've got Dallas Goedert going up +1 to an 86. We've got Patrick Surtain going up +2 to an 86. He's quickly climbing the cornerback ranks. He's been absolutely shut down. We've got Za'Darius Smith also going up +1 to an 86. Chris Lindstrom going up +1 to an 85. Josh Jacobs, Matt Milano, and Trayvon Diggs also are all going up +1 to an 85 overall. Trayvon Diggs kind of picking up where he left off last year, getting those interceptions. However, I feel like he's been playing a lot better in coverage this year. I don't feel like he's been getting beat as much and being as risky, trying to jump everything for picks. He's still getting the picks, but he's kind of taking them when they come to him. He's been playing a lot better this year. I think he's going to continue going up. We've got his teammate CeeDee Lamb going up +1 to an 84 overall. Dexter Lawrence going up +2 to an 84. James Bradbury also goes up +1 to an 84. And Miles Sanders also up +1 to an 84. We've got Andrew Thomas, who's been killing it this year for the Giants. Hasn't really been going up a ton, I feel like, but he should be going up every week the way he's been playing. He's up +1 to an 83 overall. We've got Chris Boswell and Von Bell also going up +1 to an 83. Brandon Ayuk's going up +1 to an 82 overall. We've also got David Njoku and Hassan Reddick also going up +1 to an 82. Ben Jones is going up +1 to an 81 overall. We've also got Charvarius Ward going up +1 to an 81. We've got Clyde Edwards-Helaire going up +2 to an 81. He's been having a solid year, scoring a lot of touchdowns. We've got Corey Davis, been solid for the Jets. He's going up +1 to an 80 overall. And we also have got Jack Conklin and Mike Edwards also going up +1 to an 80. Looking at some of the sub 80 overall guys here, we've got Nate Hobbs, Patrick Peterson, Rashad Penny, and the rookie Sauce Gardner all going up +1 to a 79 overall. We got a couple young guys, Breece Hall, Chris Olave, and Dameon Pierce all going up +1 to a 78. We've also got Jalen Hurts going up +1 to a 78 overall, and he still feels like he's way too low. He's been tearing it up. He obviously had, the interception last week, but overall this year, he's been playing much better than a 78 overall. Like, can we just at least get him in the 80s? I think that would at least be reasonable. We've got Hayden Hurst, JC Horn, and Jimmy Garoppolo all going up +1 to a 77 overall, and we've got rookie George Pickens going up +1 to a 76 overall. Now let's talk about some of the guys who are going down this week. We've got George Kittle, who's been having a rough year so far. He just hasn't really been getting the ball a whole lot, though, it feels like, but he's going down 1 to a 96 overall. We've also got Tom Brady struggling for a few weeks here. He's also going down 1 to a 96. We've got Tyron Smith, who has not played all year. I hate when EA does this. I don't understand it. Hasn't played. He's going down 1 to a 94 overall. We've got JC Jackson going down 1 to a 89 overall. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know how much he's been playing or if he has played. I know he was injured early on. I don't know if he's been playing at all. I haven't really been paying attention, but he might be another guy who hasn't really played much, and he's also going down. We've got Chris Godwin going down 1 to a 88 overall. Darren Waller also going down 1 to a 88. Chandler Jones going down 1 to a 87. Leonard Fournette also going down 1 to a 87. We've got Devondre Campbell going down 1 to a 86. JJ Watt also going down 1 to a 86. We've got Danielle Hunter and Mike Gesicki going down 1 to a 85 overall. We've got Kendall Fuller going down 2 to a 85 overall. James Robinson's going down 1 to a 84 overall. We've got Eric Armstead going down 1 to a 83 overall. We've also got Hunter Renfrow, Colton Miller, and Najee Harris also going down 1 to a 83. We've got Carl Lawson going down 1 to a 82 overall. Carlton Davis is also going down 1 to a 82. And we've got Matthew Stafford going down 2 to a 82 overall. He's just been throwing a lot of picks this year. That's really just all it comes down to. Too many picks, not enough touchdowns. That's why he's dropping. We've got Dalton Schultz going down 1 to a 81 overall. Jarvis Landry and John Johnson III are also going down 1 to a 81. We've got Julio Jones going down 2 to a 81 overall. He just really hasn't been doing too much. I don't want to say he's washed necessarily, but I don't even feel like he gets on the field a whole lot, but maybe that is part of him being washed now. If he's not good enough to get on the field, I know Tampa Bay has some really good receivers, but you would think Julio Jones would be getting on the field and getting more targets, but he's just not. We've got Melvin Ingram going down 1 to an 81 overall. I don't really understand this. I feel like Melvin Ingram has gone down almost every week. Last week he went up multiple points, but I feel like he's been having a pretty solid year, so I don't really understand the back and forth with him with the ratings. Melvin Gordon's been having some fumbling issues. He's going down 2 to an 81 overall. Ryan Kelly's going down 1 to an 81 overall. We've got Cam Akers going down 1 to an 80 overall. Javon Hargrave going down 4 to an 80 overall, and Marvin Jones Jr. going down 2 to an 80 overall. Now, if you want to check out all the stuff that's supposed to be getting fixed in the next big overall game update, make sure you check out this video right here on the screen.